What is up, you guys? Hi and welcome back to my channel. Wow, I can finally say back to my channel because this is my second video and I'm so excited to be filming again. So today I thought I'd be doing something that I kind of had in mind for a little while, but I wasn't 100% sure. Today we will be discussing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Collection, which they like back to back to back to back to back launched palettes, and I felt like it happened from in like a 2-month span. They launched a ton of palettes. Without further ado, let's dive into the palettes, talk about them a little bit, talk price point, and really just get into the tea with all this. I want to show you guys really why I think they're worth it personally compared to the traditional Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. They did launch 3, let me get them one at a time. So they launched volume 1, which is so stunning. It's the purple, really pretty, very Norvina aesthetic palette, and I lived for this entire palette. So this is her. She's so pretty. We have a ton of purples in there, pinks, some corals, and a fun pops of yellows and reds with a ton of browns and black to be able to kind of create a really beautiful look. So this was the first one that launched, was my absolute favorite, which is still my favorite. So we have volume 1, then we have volume 2, which to me was more spring vibe, very fun colors. It automatically drew me to the spring. Very bright, really pretty. So that's Norvina volume 2, and then we have Norvina volume 3, which is this really pretty one with butterflies on the outside. This one gave me very autumn, very fall vibes, and I was obsessed. Absolutely love that pop of that lime green in there. So freaking stunning. I am so excited to play with these. I feel like I've had these on the back burner. The only one I actually got to play with recently was the Norvina volume 1, which I'll show you a picture right here. Ding! Of the look that I did. And I absolutely loved it. It was a recreation of her campaign, which she did, which was absolutely stunning. So along with the collection, she actually launched 2 little mini palettes, and they are so cute. They each have their own little aesthetic. This one, personally, just because of the packaging, called my name right away, and I was so obsessed. This is the Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1. So cute. If you're scared to play with heavy colors, these are somewhat muted, so definitely something more fun to play with. If you want to get into color and you're used to doing a neutral look and you still want to play with something a little more fun and kind of get out of your comfort zone. And then we have volume 2. Now this one is really pretty, but it didn't really catch my attention right away. I mean, this little row right here gave me very sunset vibes, which I guess that's why they have this whole moment right here. It was really cute, but personally I'm still drawn to this one much more. Okay, so let's talk money. Everyone's favorite topic. Each of these large palettes are absolutely stunning. They have 25 shades and they each retail for $60. The pans are actually way bigger than the traditional Anastasia Beverly Hills pans, which are usually a little more small, and I'll show you guys right now kind of a side-by-side of one of their original palettes compared to one of these. Okay, so this is a traditional Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is the Norvina palette that came out first and was the first Norvina thing I had ever seen from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it's really cute. You can see they're tiny little squares. So yes, this is a beautiful palette, but I believe that these retail for $45. Now, these have 14 shades in these, while this one has 25. So basically, you have a ton more shades with way bigger pan size on the Norvina collection as opposed to your traditional Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I know some people like more bang for their buck, but also I know some people don't like color, so that kind of may scare you away from this collection. The one thing I do want to point out is that with Norvina Volume 1, it does have a ton of neutral shades for you to be able to play with and not feel overwhelmed with color that you may not want to play with, and that's totally understandable. Not everybody is a color queen. These are pressed pigments, is one thing I want to point out. Pressed pigments would not be considered the same thing as eyeshadows because they are not considered eye safe, and the reason they're not considered eye safe is because they may stain your eyes. I personally do not have a problem with the staining. Some people do. If you want to use a primer ahead of time, highly recommend in order to avoid staining your lids. Anastasia Beverly Hills did launch their own eyeshadow primer also, which is actually really, really bomb. It's like very, very opaque. It is very, very light. So bear in mind that this is the only color they have. So it's not like the P. Louise bases that are multiple different colors. So just to get the full experience, I am going to apply some of their primer on my lids and then kind of go in and create a very colorful and fun look is kind of what I want to go for today. Mind you, you want to use very little of this product because it is super duper opaque, you guys. And I noticed that if I use way too much, like I can't blend it out properly onto my face. So then I have that weird white eye moment, kind of like if you got a tan with those little eye masks on and you look like horrifying. Blend her out to the goods. I'm sorry if you guys hear my fan in the back. I'm in my makeup room, and like as of late, I don't know what the hell is going on with California, but we are almost approaching, we're in the fall and we are approaching winter very soon, and it is still a lovely, wonderful 85 degrees in Southern California, and I have no idea why. And I think we need to have a discussion, Mother Nature, because I do not agree with how hot it is. So many options with these palettes, like it's like, oh, I don't know which one to dig into. I think I'm gonna dig into a palette that I haven't dug into yet, which is going to be the mini. With the bigger palettes, I did also notice the pan sizes are smaller. They are not the same size as the Pro Pigment palette. Now, the pan sizes differ. They are a little smaller, but I believe they are actually bigger than your traditional Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. One thing I wanted to point out, because I feel like a lot of people got overwhelmed when this collection launched, and I thought it was a really cool idea for Norvina to really just put a staple and drop every single palette kind of back to back, because a collection kind of is basically that, you guys. It is a collection. I feel like it needed to have volumes, it needed to have pieces, and she did point out in a video that she posted on Instagram, I believe, that this is completely separate from your traditional Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is the same company, it is just a collection within like a collection kind of thing. I was like eyeing this one when I first got it, and I was like, ooh, I really want to play with it. So you know what, we're gonna play with it today. So I'm gonna go in with this really, really pretty orange shade right here and pop that all up in my crease. Probably should pack it a little bit first. So I'm blending this like deep into my crease, and then I'm gonna like puff it out because I want it very like blown out. These are a lovely $29, which is a pretty good price, but personally, if you are going to play with color, if you're going to spend $29 on these little bit of shades, I would just splurge for the 60 bucks and buy the bigger palette. You get a ton more colors to play with whenever you're feeling a little risque and you want to go in and feel a little more crazy. So I kind of was thinking, I want to just, first I wanted to do just one look with just one palette, but at this point, I'm really thinking I want to kind of go from palette to palette, just to show that, because I know some people like to collect the palettes, some people like to have the whole collection. I'm kind of like that. Like if I really like a whole collection, I want the entire collection. So if that's the case, I can also kind of just show a cute look with different colors and show you how well they all go together. So we have this really pretty corally pink orange kind of vibe going on my eyes, which I'm moving for so far. The one I haven't played with is Norvina Volume 3, which is really, really, really pretty. Like look at the color story, it is so stunning, and I love what is that, A4? It's like a lime green color, so pretty. So I think I'm gonna dig into that and do a very kiwi colored eye. Mirrors on these, you guys, are so good. If you're gonna travel and you kind of don't want to carry anything, I've noticed a lot of big palettes do not come with mirrors, or if they come with mirrors, it's those fun house mirrors that make you look crazy, like very, very ugly, and gives you full body dysmorphia moment. This mirror is so crystal clear. This is like custom packaging that Norvina came up with. I think she did a fabulous freaking job. I picked up a bunch of that green color, and I'm going to pack it right in the middle of my lid. I'm going to grab, because I want this to have way more color. So we're going to go back into the Norvina Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1, and I'm going to dig into this really pretty pink shade right here. And I'm going to like kind of buff that out in the bottom of my eye and like kind of like my whole lash line basically, to really just add a nice pop of color. Gonna go, whoa, like that picked up so much. Okay. Loving how this is coming out, very like kiwi, like dragon fruit kind of vibe. Okay, so I actually picked out a glitter from their holiday collection launch, and this is, it's so cute because it comes in like really pretty holiday festive packaging with these little snowflakes on it. It's really cute. This is in the shade Mistletoe, and they all looked exactly the same when they first came over, like, because they're all pretty white, but they have a different reflect. And this one is particularly green, so I'm thinking it'll look really cute on my lid to be able to create kind of like a pop in there, because I feel like everything is very matte right now. So freaking pretty. I'm just kind of like blending everything out. I'm also going to add a little bit in my inner corner. Oh yes, ma'am. I'm gonna pop on some lashes really quick and my mascara, and then I'll be right back. I'm not gonna do it on camera because it takes me forever. I don't know why. I must be like the only person in this universe who takes this long to put on eyelashes. But to this day, 3 years in of doing makeup nonstop, and I still struggle to put on lashes. Be right back. Alright, so I just popped on these lashes, which are absolutely stunning. We love or whatever. Okay, so basically, I also was thinking, since I know some people like to like make their palettes versatile, I would like to probably use one of these palettes to highlight. I just don't know what color. So I'm looking at Norvina Volume 2, and it has this really, really pretty shade inside, C1, and it's a very, very bright shimmer. So let's try it out. Pray for me, because you never know. This stuff seems cute at first, and then like you try it on, you're like, what the hell is even going on right now? Oh. Whoa. That is blinding. Wow, okay. I did not expect that. That is so pretty. This is Norvina Volume 2, you guys, and it is shade C1. Like, what? And that's because I ain't never seen one like this. So I'm gonna add a little bit to my nose. Then a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I am so impressed at how pretty that performed. This is much more blinding and blended in like freaking butter compared to a ton of the highlighters that I have, you guys. Okay, so the look is done. This is what we came up with. Very, very pretty. I'm getting very kiwi, very dragon fruit vibes, and I'm living for this. This is such a cute beat. So my final thoughts. I actually adore this entire collection. I think that it was very, very smart for Norvina to launch all 5 of these palettes, and I think it was really cool to allow everyone to have a different choice. I know people felt overwhelmed when the collection came out, but I thought it was a very, very cool marketing tactic. It was a pretty cool idea. I think people really resonated with the collection. They already love Anastasia Beverly Hills, as do I. It's such an amazing company, and they've been super supportive of my art since I first started makeup, like good 3 years ago. They were like my first ever company to put me on their PR, and I was shook that one of my favorite makeup brands was actually the first one to send me PR, and I was like and that's what really got my inspiration going to be able to work and do what I do and enjoy what I do, because you have these amazing companies backing you up and really believing in you. So that was pretty dope. Overall, amazing collection. Each of these big palettes, like I said, ranges they're $60 a pop. You get 25 shades. The palettes, the actual pans are ginormous. So do I recommend the collection? Absolutely. Do I think it's a good buy? Absolutely. I am like a little questionable when it comes to the tiny ones, because they are priced at almost $30 and they are only 9 little shades. So you get less than half for about half the price of these. So kind of just do the math, up to you. Some people don't really like big palettes. They would prefer something like this to travel. I totally get it. It's up to preference. I actually am really digging this look and kind of makes me want to eat dragon fruit because I haven't had dragon fruit in forever. And if you haven't either, it's really good and it's really good for you. So that is it, you guys. That is all I have for you today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe down below and click that little bell notification icon so you can go ahead and get notified every single time I post. That is it, you guys. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Beat that face. Bye.